You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the Steelers and their quarterback situation and multiple quarterbacks in this situation. One of them being another quarterback we're covering a lot lately, and that's Russell Wilson, because we got yet another story drawing a line between Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the idea that the Steelers might jump out there and try to sign Russell Wilson to like a $90 million contract. Wait, what? $90 million contract after what you've seen go down with the Denver Broncos and that entire situation and his lack of flexibility with Denver? You want to get yourself involved with that? I don't know about that. I just don't know, man. I made those Russell Wilson fans mad with that video last night. 3 of them unsubscribed. And then I got 25 new subscribers. So, yeah, I'm all right. I'll trade that off. I don't understand the I'm going to die on the Russell Wilson hill. I don't even hate Russell Wilson. I don't have a problem with Russell Wilson. He's just a poor fit with Sean Payton's offense. That's all there is to it. Now, keep this in mind as you're reading this. Russell Wilson projected to sign with the Steelers after release. And throw in this. This is the Steelers should bring in Eric Bieniemy. Now, of course, he's the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, but he won't be as of, I'm sure, sometime Monday night Sunday night into Monday night. Of course, this will be a big day on this channel. Maybe even Sunday night, but Monday will be a big day on this channel because it's Black Monday, right? So a lot of the coaching firings will be happening, and the mutual partings, because a lot of people are talking about the fact that this weekend's going to possibly be the last game that Bill Belichick ever coaches for the Patriots. So that's going to be something to really watch. So CBS Sports projects that the Steelers will be the team to sign quarterback Russell Wilson after he's released by the Denver Broncos. Now, the big part of this video is about what will happen between Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett, all right? Because I guess a beat writer in Pittsburgh at one of the newspapers has made a declaration about Kenny Pickett's future and Mason Rudolph's. But look, they're going to take a look at free agent quarterbacks too. And if Mason Rudolph pulls off the impossible, this article about Mason Rudolph's future floors me. But okay. I mean, there's a world, I guess, where the Steelers could get hot and win the whole thing. I mean, is it likely? Probably not. But it could happen. Breaking down the quarterback free agent market, Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports projected on Thursday that Russell Wilson will sign with the Steelers on a 3-year, $90 million deal after his release by Denver. At 35, it's clear Wilson is no longer the elite dual threat he once was, Benjamin wrote, but his downfield touch returned at points in 2023, and he should have a decent market after his inevitable release, especially after Denver already paying his 2024 salary. And I don't know, there should be some offset language in that, but I cannot imagine anybody giving him $30 million a year at this point. I could see him doing something like a 2-year, $40 million contract, 2-year, $35 million. And yeah, if you want to throw in $10 million a year in incentives where he actually takes you to the Super Bowl and things like that, sure, then it obviously worked out. So, and if Russell is that sure about his abilities, which I don't know why he's not willing to waive his no-trade clause, but he's not. And I don't get that. How badly do you want to play? Because your time in Denver is over. It's a wrap there. So let's look at this. I saw this, and it was pretty surprising to me that the Steelers were going to just hand Kenny Pickett his job back. Okay, next year, even if, and look, if Mason Rudolph goes out and shits the bed on Sunday, I mean, fine. Obviously, you pivot back to your quarterback. But if Mason Rudolph goes out and has another good game, and then the Steelers somehow, some way make it into the playoffs, let's say they win a game in the playoffs, all right? Just a wild card game. Why would you not at least severely give Mason Rudolph a chance to win that starting job next year? Well, according to this article, yeah, they're going to bring Mason Rudolph back, but even if he won the Super Bowl, they likely would not give him the starting job. Wait, what? Come again? Excuse me? And I don't know if this is a byproduct, and sometimes with these local guys, newspaper guys, whatever, sometimes they have a back channel in the ownership. And maybe a lot of times ownership, when you're talking about first-round picks, they get involved. I think that's what happened with Kraft and Mac Jones. I think that's why Mac Jones played as long as he did this year versus Bailey Zappi, because Robert Kraft likes Mac Jones. I think there's a chance Mac Jones comes back as the starter next year because of Robert Kraft. All right, so just keep that in mind. That probably drops some jaws, but, you know, it is what it is. They want to find out what they got in their first-round quarterbacks. So, let's get to this. Sixth-year quarterback Mason Rudolph, who has done a very commendable job leading the Pittsburgh Steelers offense the past 2 weeks, it's earned him the right to start in the finale over a now healthy Kenny Pickett, who took over as the starting quarterback in his 5th game as a rookie in 2022. Set to be a free agent again after the season, fans are already wondering what the future holds for Rudolph, once viewed several years ago as a potential heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger. Jerry DeLuca of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette seems to have little doubt how this will play out. Quote, absolutely he will be offered and brought back as the number 2 quarterback after what he has shown, he wrote in his latest chat session yesterday. Unless he takes them to the Super Bowl, however, I don't think there will be an open competition for the starting job in training camp. And even then, I don't think there will be. So even if he takes them to the Super Bowl, even then, he does not believe there will be an open competition in 2024. Kenny Pickett will be their QB in 2024. While many have hypothesized that Rudolph is eager as he could get to get out of Pittsburgh and would jump at any opportunity for an equivalent role on just about any other team, that doesn't seem to be the impression reporters are now portraying. He's well liked in the building by all accounts and vice versa. Quote, there is no question the Steelers will try to re-sign Rudolph after the season. DeLuca added, in response to another commenter indicating the team has a mind to replace Mitch Trubisky with him. Quote, I'm guessing they will simply give him Trubisky's contract, which is about $11.5 million over 2 seasons. That's very close to what Jarrett Stidham got with the Denver Broncos. So, I mean, there you have it. He can take them to the Super Bowl, and he's still not going to get a shot. Now, look, I do think the training camp practice thing and the competition is always warranted unless you know you've got an elite quarterback, a top 10 guy, top 12 guy. Then, yeah, there should be some opportunities for a quarterback regardless of who it is on a roster. Look, if the starter is confident and has those kind of skills, he's going to clearly beat out the second guy, right? But the one thing I would say, Bailey Zappi looked terrible in training camp. He looked bad in preseason. He looked bad in a lot of Patriots practices. But it's pretty obvious Bailey Zappi is the better starting quarterback between him and Mac Jones as we stand the last 8 weeks. All right? Sometimes it's weird like that. Some guys don't show up in practice the way they'd like them to, but when they get on the field in a game, they can just kind of play. And Mason Rudolph, maybe that's potentially that kind of situation. But, I think you have to give Mason an opportunity. If he even wins a wild card game, you got to give him an opportunity. You got to at least open it up between him and Kenny. And whoever wins the job then wins the job. They're both on, you got a rookie deal and a later round first round rookie deal. And you've got, a 2-year, $10 to $12 million deal. Go out, take a lead of some of these organizations, like the Bengals, where they've got, 3 wide receivers, even though they're about to lose one of them. They got 2 good running backs. Look at the Niners. Use free agency to go get Trent Williams. Traded for Christian McCaffrey. Build offensive weapons around your quarterbacks and let it turn into a Brock Purdy point guard situation, which is what a lot of these really great quarterbacks are. They're point guards, and they're feeding the ball to the big-time playmakers on their team. We see that. And, Jake Browning showing up the way he has, even in the games he's lost. He's flashed, because he's got so many weapons around him. I don't know. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Should Mason Rudolph get a chance? Should the Steelers spend $90 million on Russell Wilson? That's an interesting question. I mean, if you could get him on a 2-year incentive-laden deal, I could see a guy like Kirk Cousins long before Russell Wilson. Peace, I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.